So I took 3 emu eggs out of the incubator tonight to check them for movement. They're less than 10 days from hatching, so if something's growing inside them, the egg would move. Last year, nothing developed in the egg, so I wasn't expecting anything to happen until this. Was that what I thought it was? Oh my gosh, Becky, egg's moving. I tried the first 2 and I thought the first one was moving, but then it wasn't. The second one didn't, and then this one's like at 41 days, so it's like 10 days away. Did you see it?
Mm-hmm.
We really gonna have our own emu chicks? Oh my goodness. From our own emus. Oh man, this one's like 10 days away. Whoa. So in January 2019, we bought our first 2 emu eggs and 1 hatched. That's when we first met Bamboo. Then 2 months later, we hatched out Cashew and Peekaboo, 2 blonde female emus, and we thought we were set. But after the females didn't lay eggs after breeding age at 2 and 3 years old, we brought in 2 white male emus from Colorado, since it seemed like Bamboo wasn't interested in breeding. Last year we got eggs from Peekaboo for the first time, but none of the eggs hatched. So this year when Peekaboo started laying eggs, we put 6 in the incubator. So now it seems that our 5-year emu adventure may finally produce some baby emus of our very own. Hey Joe. All right, well I need to go out and check on these emu eggs because we've had a handful of them that froze in early January. We had our 6 that are in the incubator. We're gonna go check those here in a few minutes. But then we've had these additional 3 out here, and I found some good news last night with Bert that I want to show you guys. I'm grabbing my marker in case there's any new eggs out here. I like to keep them dated and numbered so I know when they were laid. So the scary thing about tonight specifically, we've had some really good weather lately, but tonight it's gonna get down to 13 degrees Fahrenheit. And so if they are not protecting the eggs, they're gonna freeze and break. Cashew, you doing all right, Bamboo? Here's Peekaboo. I'm gonna say this is Ernie. The eggs had been right here, and I don't see it now. 1, 2, 3. We got egg number 14 here, egg number 15, and about 4 days ago, egg number 16. There he is. There's Bert. He's sitting on the eggs. That's awesome, buddy. So this happened last year, right about this time. It was February when Peekaboo started laying eggs, and then Bert and Bamboo started sitting on them. And it was March, April, May. They were sitting on the eggs all the way through June. And I finally took them off and we opened up the eggs and they were bad. None of our eggs in the incubator hatched out. So this year we're trying some of both. We're putting some of the eggs in the incubator, trying to leave some out here to see if any of it'll work. We checked one of the eggs last night in the incubator. I am so excited about it. So this is great news out here that Bert is sitting on those, so I don't have to worry about these eggs tonight. They won't freeze or crack as long as he stays on them. He's gonna be pretty dedicated to those for a while. And then we still have our pair, Peekaboo and Ernie out here. How emu breeding typically operates, if they are breeding, is that the female will breed with 1 male. She'll start laying eggs, he'll sit on the eggs, and then she'll come out and she'll continue breeding with another male, and then she'll go back in and lay more eggs. So hoping that she continues to lay eggs. This is at 16 eggs. Last year I think we were about 22 eggs, but at this point anything is better than what we're getting from Cashew because she has not laid an egg and she is just about to turn 5 years old next month. So now we need to head inside and check on those eggs. So today's video is sponsored by DeleteMe. Did you know that your data is bought and sold online by data brokers, and you have the right to stay private and protect your personal data? Now, if you're like me, you stress out about what kind of information can be found out about me on the internet. I've had people send quail directly to my house. They see us at local events and they say they've driven by our home, and some have even left voicemails on my phone. It's creepy. Now, there are so many risks with data brokers selling your data. From the threat of being harassed or attacked due to your political views, your opinions, your occupation, the risk of identity theft or a target of phishing scams, or just the threat of stalkers. Now, DeleteMe is a hands-free subscription that removes your personal information that's being sold online. So I personally use DeleteMe. They sent me my first report after filling out my information for them to search and remove it online. They looked through 1,509 listings, 1,500, and removed 95 of them that contained my info. There are 60 data brokers with my personal info, and DeleteMe is working to remove those listings and even tells me what info of mine is being used on each of those sites that they're removing. Hey, darling. So get 20% off your DeleteMe plan by going to joindeleteme.com/whitehouse and use the code whitehouse. That's joindeleteme.com/whitehouse and use the code whitehouse. And it's important to protect your family members as well by getting a family plan. And when someone buys data via a data broker, they can see info about your relatives as well. Hey, Bobby. Do you see the chicks in here? Yes. So we've got a few chicks up here that we'll show you here in a few minutes. But first we need to go into this incubator right here and let's see if there's anything living inside these emu eggs. Now what we're gonna do here, because these emu eggs, you can't see through them. If you try to shine a light and candle them like any of your other eggs, the shell is too thick and too dark to be able to see through it. One of the few ways to see movement is to set them down. You could set them in water and also, but I'm a little afraid of water going up, seeping into the egg, but you could also just set them down and see a slight wiggle of them moving around. Now, we've got 7 eggs in here. The newest one is 10 days old, so there's no point in checking that one out. But then after that, we're gonna go from the newer ones to the older ones, the ones that are closer to hatching at the end. So we'll start with egg number 11, and it is 36 days old. Now they can be out of the incubator for a couple of minutes and they'll be just fine. Let's go check the egg. Come here. Okay, so this is egg number 11. It's 36 days old, so it is 14 to 24 days away from hatching. What? Definitely has weight on a certain side here.
It won't sit in one spot.
It won't sit unless I get it to that exact spot. So, not seeing if that one's moving at all, but it's still a little early. Day 36, around day 40 and on, I think is when we should see movement. So let's go get the next one. All right, here's egg number 10. It is 38 days old. All right, not seeing anything there. That was egg number 10, 38 days old. Let's go to the next one. This is egg number 9, and it is 40 days old.
I think it's moving.
That's some shaking there.
It is, all right.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, that was it.
Oh man, did you see that?
Yeah. I did see it.
Whoa.
Watch the egg.
Watch the egg, okay?
See, it's moving.
Do you see that? Look at that.
How many days does it take for an emu egg to hatch?
So what we've seen is that we usually we had bamboo, peekaboo, and cashew, and they took anywhere from 52 to 55 days, I think. And so right now this one's wiggling and it's at day 40. So somewhere in the 10 to 20 days left and already has movement. So you can imagine the emu chick is starting to fill up the egg and so it can actually move around in there. There it is. Look at that. Oh man. Do you see it? Yeah. So this one is egg number 8, and this is the one that we were showing at the very beginning of the video. I just happened to take one out, and this one was up in the front. I set it down on the ground, started moving. So this one is on day 44, 6 to 16 days away from hatching.
Yeah, it's really moving.
Whoa.
I see it moving.
Yes, I see it. Whistle.
Right there, little wiggle.
Oh. Santa. It's wiggling.
Right there.
Maybe faintly.
We have 2 eggs that are older than this one. Let's go check them out. This is egg number 7, and it is 47 days old, so it's got 3 to 13 days left.
Okay, that's pretty much.
It's wiggling. Watch. It's like wiggling back and forth.
So we're checking sound on the warm end. The cold end is not where the chick is. It's probably the air pocket. And so the chick is down there, and that's where we're going to listen for the sound down there.
I don't hear anything.
So this one's on day 47. We have one that is older than this. Let's go check that one. So this is egg number 6, the first egg that we brought inside the house, and it is 49 days old. Let's see if we have any activity here, because this could just be a few days away from hatching.
Is it really rolling, or is it just?
It'll just be settling.
Okay, that's rolling.
Oh man.
Oh, hang on.
That's really shaky.
It's stopped, so let's see if it moves now.
Oh
I see it.
I see it.
man.
Whoa.
Whoa.
I'm gonna roll off the counter.
Whoa.
That one really rolled, right?
People get excited about this one.
There you go.
There you go.
Whoa.
Let me hear
This
it.
one's pretty active, huh?
Yeah.
Sometimes you can hear little whistles from them. I think we heard them on bamboo back in the day 5 years ago, but
Maybe a day before though.
yeah, it might have just been a day or two before. It might have been day 50 or 51. But this one sure is moving.
I see it. Look. I see it move.
Yeah,
Still,
I
you
see
can
it.
see it. See, it's moving.
There it is. There's a little wiggle. Oh, there's more. How
4?
many moved? Like 4 at least? 4 or
Yeah.
5?
Only 4.
Okay.
Well, it might be too early on
Yeah,
this last one.
some of the ones that are closer. What are we gonna do with all these baby emus? You guys ready for more emu chicks in the house?
Yes!
Do we still have the emu diapers?
I think so.
Oh. So egg number 6, that's at 49 days old, going back in the incubator, and we're gonna start watching this one like a hawk over the next couple days. I might get another incubator ready because I want to keep all of these moving from side to side, so we're rotating them. But I might get another incubator going so when this one starts to hatch out, I can move it over and it can have its own space to hatch and not have to be on a tilt, and I don't have to mess up everyone else's movement. Now these chicks, have you seen these chicks?
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you about those chicks, but first I need to move the mom chickens and the brooder over to another space because these guys are about to move outside. So these mom chickens are looking great in here. We hatched these out 3 to 4 weeks old. And this is the brooder that I want to use for those chicks that are inside the house. This is where we raised the pea chicks last, was this brooder right here. And so I'm going to open this up, put some wood chips in there. So this brooder has lots of vertical space in it. So hopefully the chicks will have fun in here. They don't need the heat quite as much now that they're a little older, but they still need it a little bit. But wood chips, food, and water. And then for feed, we've got some chick starter feed right here that we'll put into this feeder. Jojo, there's a mouse in here. So here are 2 for comparison. This one is still primarily black with some little brown tips. And then this one's black with some, that's really getting some white to take over. Really amazing. So for comparison, just gorgeous. Now I've got the other 3. This one is all black, so no other coloring that I see really on this one. This one's black with some brown tips, just really pretty. Still can't tell in the feathers this is going to be a rooster, but my luck it'll probably be a rooster. Coloring is amazing. There's some brown and white speckled throughout. That is fun. I'm going to clean out this brooder real quick and then I'll get it set up again for our 5 chicks inside. Alright, so I need to tell you about these guys. These were our I Am Chimani chicks that just hatched a couple days ago. We bought these eggs when we talked about getting scammed from the eggs off of eBay last year. And a funny note, or a good positive note from that, said I actually got a message back from the seller, the breeder, and she actually admitted to having bad stock. And so she said that she realized the issue, she got rid of her poor breeding stock, and she started over again. And she said she'd provide me with some free eggs this year, but while I appreciate it, I'm glad she's being honest about it. I just don't want to risk getting any more from a breeder like that. And so we actually got these 5 from Greenfire Farms, and all of them hatched out really well overnight, except for the last one I had to help out of its egg. This one has done pretty well with getting out, but it's a little dried up, so just because of all the moving of chicks, this one almost made it out. that's fun. That's amazing. Now, I almost made a dedicated video for this because I had a weird issue happen where I actually had 3 chicks that hatched overnight and they died. They were dead in the morning. And I just wanted to say that because I know a lot of people will contact me saying some issues happen while they're incubating and they might blame themselves for it. I just want to let you know that fluky things like that can happen where chicks will just die because they were weak when they hatched out. And we had 3 right in a row that died. And while it was unfortunate, it's just something, sometimes it's out of your control. And in our I Am Chimani breeding flock outside, we've got 2 hens and 2 roosters at the moment. And so if we can get 2, 3, 4 hens out of this, we'll be set for this year and we'll be able to have some I Am Chimani hatching eggs later this year. So here's our 5 chicks. They're here somewhere. They're all kind of moving around everywhere. They've been in here for close to a week and we had a couple cold nights the last couple nights. But now it's gonna start warming up a little bit, so we'll move them out there to the brooder. They'll be under the heat lamp. We'll be able to get the noise and the stinky chicks out of our bedroom bathroom. So we'll keep an eye on these guys tonight because it is gonna get, I think, below freezing tonight, but then the rest of the week should be fine. We've got our heat lamp above, food and water, and then a couple roosting spots for them if they want to get up above that. And then the Hmong chickens, they're settling quite nice over here. Gotten a little more comfortable with their space. Sitting right in the middle under the heat lamp now. There's our button quail egg. Very pretty and very tiny. Still no eggs from Cashew. I don't know if she's just a dud or if she needs a mate that will breed with her. So Ernie is not sitting on any eggs, but I think he wants to feel like he's participating. There's a 4th. Just got egg number 17 here. Oh, that's so awesome. Looks great and immediately went under Bert, so he's taking it right in. I just need to mark it and then I'll put it back for him to incubate. You guys, it has been 5 years since we have hatched an emu out on the farm. I am so excited for what's gonna happen in the next couple days.